Hey guys! Is it episode 16?
I think it's 17.
Oh.
I would first like to start off, once Grace finds the episode, by saying, fuck you to this brand.
What is that?
I got sent this PR. No kidding. This brand is called Nude, and it's called the Eraser. It's a body shaver, except for your face and your genitals. So just for the body. And it's super cute. You hold it like this, and you just rub in circles, because this is like an exfoliant. So I used it on my buttocks this morning. By the way, it took 3 weeks to ship. I used it on my buttocks this morning, and I have the craziest rash and the most insane burns. So I will be getting my money back.
That clocked you.
Clocked me. Clocked the T. I was like, fuck, this hurts. Like, it burns. And my ass has just 2 huge red splotches.
Oh my god.
Yeah, beauty is pain.
Yeah.
So I don't recommend this brand.
Oh, don't sponsor us.
Don't sponsor us, please.
Yeah. I was also been saying, like, we will sponsor anything, so.
Almost anything. Unless it gives my ass 3rd-degree burns.
True.
But
well,
yeah.
Today is our 2024 recap.
Sorry, drinking water. Ooh, ooh. Did we find out if it was episode 17?
Yeah, it's episode 17.
Period. Oh god, I need a shave. I look awful.
Can't use your new scrubber.
No, fuck no. That shit sucks.
I've been watching a lot of podcasts.
Did you put a podcast section?
Wait, what?
Did you put a podcast section on your recap?
No, but should I?
Oh, that's a great idea. I was like, I'm kind of wanting to add that right now.
I know what mine are.
Okay, me too.
So should we just do our Wrapped?
Yeah, guys. So for this episode, we decided to do off of Brittany Broski, 2024 Wrapped, our own version, and we're going to, because we like to yabble. Sorry, yabble's a
yabble.
So we are going to do categories of songs, shows, movies, hobbies, and podcasts.
Hobbies?
Yeah, I only have one hobby. I feel like we shouldn't do that.
Wait, was it events, activities, or hobbies you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I just did my favorite events.
Okay, that's good. That works. That works for me. And wait, what is this one beach called? I just kind of gave it away.
Beach?
Oh, right. Shh. Don't spoil it.
Okay. Don't even know what I'm spoiling.
And we only, I only wrote 3, right? That's what you did?
Yeah, same. 3.
Okay, because I feel like if it was longer than that, we would be...
Yeah. So should we sing? So we're not going to do a song of the week because it's our song of the year, but we should sing a little part of each of the songs.
Should we?
Well, they're our favorite songs, so we better know them well.
You're so right. Okay, let's start with songs. You go first.
Okay, my first song is 5, 6, 7, 8. Hit it like rum, bomb, bomb. Get it hot like Papa John. Make a bitch go on and on. It's a feminine phenomenon. That song, shout out Riley. So anytime I needed to pick me up, or I just wanted to get a little dance going, play that song. It was my number 2 most played song this year, and I only started listening to it in, I think, June or July. So, pretty good. And I listen to it, I think, every day of the summer.
I love that song.
Yeah, that song literally eats. And I will never forget the first time I heard it. We were in the car. It was my first time hanging out with Riley. And I was so nervous. Well, it was the first time they invited me to go to their lunch. And I was sitting in the back seat, and he's like, wait, I need to play this song real quick. And you were literally like, can you play this song with him? And I was like, oh my god, this song eats!
Driving the car at an alarming speed.
Yeah. But you weren't driving, you were in the passenger.
Oh, period. Oh, was it Riley driving?
Mm-hmm.
That is a fierce song. My top 5 song of my 2024 Wrapped, I think, are all Chapel.
Same. She was my number one artist.
Same. My top 5 are Pink Pony, Phenomenon.
Get it right.
Good Luck, Babe, After Midnight, and Red Wine.
Yeah, facts.
So good. Okay, your second song?
Wait, you do your first, and we'll go back and back.
Okay. My first, now that I'm like saying this out loud, I feel bad that it's not a Chapel song, but it's, do you want some boiled peanuts? The fuck is a boiled peanut?
That's your favorite song?
Boiled Peanuts by Doechii.
Oh.
Off her new album. Maybe it's not number one on my out of my top 3, but I love that song so much.
Sing it.
The way I'm like, what are the rest of the words?
That seems to happen to you a lot.
It does happen to me a lot because I get nervous. Doechii's an incredible artist. The gang's all here. No chip on my shoulder. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I just love it. It's like such like, it to me sounds like just perfect 90s R&B hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she calls her album her mixtape, which I love. Period. And she performed on Stephen Colbert. Did we talk about that already? She performed on Stephen Colbert a medley of Boiled Peanuts, Denial's a River, and I think Catfish? Or maybe it was just Boiled Peanuts and Denial's a River. But
Denial is the river in Egypt. Your husband is gay.
It was so good. Number one, she's so pretty. And she started wearing face tape to like yank her brow bone back. And someone like commented on her TikTok, what's that for? And she goes, oh, the face tape, that is because it's a cunt. And then stopped the video.
That's so awesome.
I love Doechii. Okay, what's your second song?
Okay, my second song is We Can't Make Rent, so we window shop on the Upper West Side. Oh my God, can you imagine that? That's Forever by Noah Kahan. That song came out. This is my favorite song of the year. I think I played it over 500 times this year, or maybe more than that. It was my number one song, and it came out while I knew it was coming out for so long. He was teasing it. If you don't know, I've been a Noah Kahan fan since the OG days. I went to his concert, and there was literally 15 people in the crowd in 2016. But that song was being teased for so long on TikTok, and the oh my God was like, I like need that in my bones, you know?
Love
that. It came out while I was in Spain, in Madrid, in a hostel, and I knew it was coming out that morning, and I put my headphones in the bottom bunk of the hostel with all these random people behind. I was just like blowing my eyes out listening to the song, and every trip I went on, whenever I was on a train or a plane, I would look out the window in Europe and be listening to the song, and it's just the best song ever, and it will be forever. Adorable. Will be forever.
And I love that you have that connection to like you're traveling.
Yeah, and that's the song I think of when I think of abroad.
Oh, I like that. That's cute.
And he's just a goat.
My second song is When You Wake Up Next to Him in the Middle of the Night with your head in your hands, you're nothing more than his wife. And when you think about me all of those years ago, you're standing face to face with I told you so. You know I hate to say it.
You're really good.
You so. You know I hate to say it, but I told you so. I love that song.
So good.
Seeing that song live, crazy. Hey, I'll cry.
Oh my God, I forgot you literally saw that live.
I saw Chapel Roan live.
Yeah, I got ball.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I like I didn't even force myself. Her music just like flew into my body. Even if I wanted to repel it, I couldn't.
Yeah, no.
So I'm so happy that happened to me because seeing her live was just that much better.
Yes. Also, like, Chapel was an artist who, like, everyone can be like, oh, whatever, like, she's too famous right now, but I don't like her music, and I would play it in the car with a bunch of people who would say that, like, yep. I don't think I'll like her, and then next thing I know, they're just, that's all they listen to, and I'm like, it happens to everybody.
You guys are liars.
Yeah, they just didn't want to like her, but it's impossible not to.
It's kind of rude that they didn't. What do you mean you don't like lesbian gingers?
I am feeling a little dizzy right now because I did just learn the entire Dancing Through Life dance, and I'm overheating and a little bit dizzy. But
do you need your gum?
I might need my gum. But I think I ran out. But the Dancing Through Life dance was much harder than the What Is This Feeling dance. But
yeah,
it
I
was
can
really
imagine.
fun. It was really fun.
Dancing through life.
Do you want to see it?
Careless. Yeah.
Okay, my outfit's really weird, guys, so. That's all.
How did you learn that?
I don't know. It was really hard.
That's insane. Good for you. You did really good. You need to be
Thanks.
on stage.
Was it good?
That was good. Yeah. I'm like, never mind.
Yeah, so
that was incredible.
Thank you.
Is that your top 3 song?
No. Oh my god.
Take a minute.
My third song had to be split between 2 songs, okay? Because I literally could not choose. These are the songs that I listen to, like, the most throughout the year. And anytime I was, like, on a drive or something, and, like, I'm vibing with the windows down.
Gotcha.
Okay. The first one is, or if I just want to feel like I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Wait, move your hair away from the mic.
Oh.
The other one. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one is, and you see your gypsy. Gypsy by
Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Stevie Nicks.
Oh.
Well, Fleetwood Mac, but like Stevie Nicks.
T.
Well, yeah, I just saw her perform it live, so I'm just gonna go with it.
You saw Stevie Nicks live?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Last summer, or 2 summers ago. With Billy Joel.
Oh, right. She did.
It was the best concert ever.
I think I know someone who went to that.
Yeah, it was in Philly. It was fire. It was literally would do it again if I could. The second part of that one that also goes in the category is, I'll never be your beast of burden. Am I hard enough? Am I rich enough?
Is that Billy Joel?
No, that's Beast of Burden.
You're a really good singer. I think we can all sing.
I think we can all sing.
You'll be happy to be there. Dancing through life. Mindless and careless. Make sure you wear this. We should go see Wicked while you're home.
I know. How do we do that?
We'll just pick a theater in the middle. Or I'll drive.
Oh, Wicked the movie.
Oh, not on Broadway, baby.
I know. I was thinking, how do we do that?
I'm unemployed. I don't got the funds for that.
Me either. I have $5. That song was Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones, BT Dubs.
Oh, period. My last song is kind of like really similar to that. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. Also, I don't. Anyway, Pink Pony Club.
He can really sing. Wow.
Thank you. Pink Pony Club by Dua Lipa. No, Chapel Roan. I'm scared of West Hollywood. Never been. Would really like to go because it's very gay. But Trixie Mattel, in one of her Netflix episodes, they were watching a movie and the woman got sprayed in the face with Windex and her phone stolen. And Trixie goes, that's how they rob you in West Hollywood. They come up, punch you in the face, grab your phone, wallet, run. Hey, scared.
I don't want to do that.
I don't. Oh, so you hate gay people. Got it. Clock that T.
Clocked me.
Hates. Sorry. Whoops.
Anyway.
What's next on your...
Anyway, what were we talking about?
Shows or movies? You'll
movies.
be...
Okay, first movie, I think we both have this on our list. Wicked, Abby. We already know. You guys already know.
We actually aren't going to talk about it more.
We aren't.
I was joking. How could it not be?
Yeah, it had to be because it was probably like the movie I was like, I didn't stop thinking about the most. Like, I haven't stopped thinking about it since I saw it. I mean, it's only been like a month, but like, I think about it every day, and I listen to the music every single day, and I watch TikToks of it all day, every day.
Hello. It's a moment in culture.
It is.
That the play changed the game when it came out, and the movie changed the game when it came out.
Yeah. And
like,
I never have been able to see the musical, so the movie did it for me.
Same.
Even though I really want to go see the Broadway show now, but
I do too.
Tough. Maybe someday. Wicked, sponsor us.
Deadass, please. We'll play Glinda and Elphaba.
Did you not just see my dance? Like,
Deadass. You think we're lying?
Yeah.
Who said that? Wicked was on my list. And also, I just need to put a disclaimer out there. Thinking of these movies caused me genuine anxiety and stress because I love movies and TV so much that if you asked me this list 2, 3, even 6 months ago, or 6 months, 2 months, even 3 months ago, it could be totally different.
Yeah.
So these are just like favorites that popped into my head that like if they were to be put on right now, I'm locking in and sitting and watching the whole thing without forcing myself to.
Yes.
Okay. So, number 1, Dune 2.
Fire, that's a good one.
I have to say, I was telling people for the longest time that Dune 1 was, like, my favorite movie ever. And then Dune 2 came out, and I was slack-jawed the entire film. Film. That movie was so good. And it's hard not to enjoy such a spectacle like that, which is also Wicked. And that movie is so good because it mixes, like, sci-fi with fighting and, like, a race to the throne. It's so good.
So good.
Love that movie.
Obsessed.
So that was on my list as well.
Fantastic. My number 2 on my list, these are also, like he said, movies that, like, I, like, kind of went and saw in theater or watched for the first time because obviously I have a separate list of my favorite movies of all time, but, like, these are just ones from this year that I, like, remember the most. And this movie I haven't talked about in a long time, but it needs some more recognition. Blink Twice.
I still haven't seen it.
So good. And I loved that movie in theater. I remember coming home and being like, that was, like, one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Because I'm not good with thrillers and stuff, but that one was amazing, and the acting, I don't know, I just loved it all.
I need to see that.
It was awesome. You would love it. And I don't really know what, like, people thought about it. I never really read reviews, but I really loved seeing it in theater. And also, when you see a movie in theater, I feel like it's a whole different experience than if you watch it at home. And I don't think I've ever left the theater being like, oh, I hated that movie.
I did.
What?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, what did you watch?
Quite recently, I just saw Queer.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Okay, let me take it back. I didn't hate it. The story.
Oh, I thought you loved it.
I love the book. The story procession, or however that word is said, of the movie, I just was like, it just didn't sit with me well, but the acting was fantastic, the visuals were fantastic, the directing, the production, beautiful.
It's just because you also read the book, like, a few days before you went and saw it, so
literally,
it's like, you knew also, everything.
There were such 2 annoying bitches the entire movie. I shushed them 1,200 times. No joke. And at one point, I know this is childish, I smacked my foot on the ground at them. They were... Grace, you don't understand.
Said, be gone.
Be gone! They were so annoying. Anyway, I'm so sorry. Back to Blink Twice.
Oh, well, that's really all, but, yeah, that movie's really awesome.
I know, I need to see that.
And I just, like, I always think about the scene with, I'm That Girl by Beyonce playing when they're walking down. Like, I just, like, always
We talked about how that song wasn't in the budget.
Yeah.
That's so fun. That's so cool that she was able to get that.
And that's on my, like, playlist right now. Like, I do, like, my playlist from each year, and that's on the playlist, and every time it pops up, I'm like...
Period. That song does eat.
What's your movie number 3?
My movie number 3 is a more recent one, which I'm okay with. My Old Ass.
Love that movie!
That movie is a movie that I could put on, like, Call Me By Your Name and just vibe through it.
Yeah.
I can just watch it, absorb it. It's
bawling my eyes out.
Yeah. It's so beautifully done. The story is incredible. It's so fun. And you don't know, like, the one main plot point almost the entire movie.
Yeah, you don't. I didn't know.
And then when you find out the twist, it's, like, not at all what you were thinking.
And it's so much better. Like, so not better, but, like, I'm so happy that it was that.
That movie is beautiful and perfect. So that's 100% on my list. I love Aubrey Plaza. Good. Like, with a burning passion.
Me too.
She's fucking amazing.
Also,
and
side
the mom... The mom in that movie I love. That's my last note.
Oh, yeah, she's so awesome. Rosie, my roommate Rosie watched that movie, like, I think she's watched it, like, 10 times now, because, like, every time somebody's like, oh, I want to watch it, she'll sit down and watch it with them. And that was the secret movie in October or something. I think it was October.
I remember
or
that.
September. But side note is that my waitress at a diner in New York City yesterday morning looked like Catherine Hahn, so. And she had red hair, and it was awesome.
Did you say hi?
She was Mother Hahn. Down, down, down the hall, Catherine Hahn is down the hall.
What?
Jennifer Hudson show.
Never heard that.
You've never seen it?
Those things like make me nervous. Because I saw Ethan Slater, how he reacted, and I got scared.
Wait, I loved his. Wait. I'll just show you it right now.
I'd be like, how long is this going to go on for?
I love how they do that.
Because, you know, my white, non-dancing ass would show up, and I would be like...
I would be like... Us when we're walking down.
Us when we're walking down to do an interview about our podcast, and I just have to have you throw me over your shoulder because I freeze from nervousness. I'm like, go, go!
You would start crying.
Dead ass. Speaking of shows, let's move on to the next category.
I didn't do my third yet.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, never mind. Fuck.
Okay, I'm really sorry, but I had to do a duo for this one also.
Bitch, just add a fourth.
Yeah, I know. It is a fourth. Okay, I'll just say them at the same time though. Okay, number 3 is, because the fourth one is like really recent.
Okay.
Like, it was like last week.
Oh.
I don't think I talked about it yet either.
I don't think so.
Okay. Third one is His Three Daughters.
Oh. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that's like my old ass like vibes, you know, because it's like,
holy shit, His Three Daughters is a perfect film.
Yeah. That movie's fantastic. Makes you cry as hard as you've ever cried.
Yep.
Just a cinematic masterpiece, if I do say so myself.
100%.
And okay, the next two, I just want to say that I saw these because I didn't talk to you about it yet. What? September 5th I saw 2 surprise movies. They both haven't come out yet. September 5th is about, they're both true stories. It's about the 1972 Olympics when the Israeli Olympians were held hostage in the Olympic Village.
Shit.
And the movie's all told through the story of ABC News, like through their perspective of like airing it live, because they're the first ever to like air something like that live.
Were they really?
Yeah, and like the real footage is like exactly like the film. Like, it's so good. And the movie was just fantastic. It's so sad, but it was so good, and I want to watch that again. And the second movie...
I'm so sorry. I wasn't even thinking that would be loud.
And then the second movie that I saw last week that was a surprise movie was The Fire Inside, about Clarissa, the boxer.
That looked really good.
So good. I loved that one. Also credit that. That I just love true stories.
Do they tell you how long for the secret movies, did they tell you how long the films are?
Why do you keep going in a film?
I don't know. I can't stop.
Yes, they do. But I tried to figure it out, because all they give you is the rating and then the duration. And so I tried to figure it out, and I thought it was something else. I thought it was Homeland. But it wasn't. And then, like, because the timing's, like, different. Like, they kind of, like, I don't know.
You know what would have been hilarious is if your secret movie was Baby Girl.
I wanted it to be that.
I want to see that movie very badly.
I wanted it to... We thought it was going to be Baby Girl or September 5th on the first one, and it ended up being September 5th because it was rated R, or a complete unknown. I would die to see that early.
I have to ask you a question about that when you're done.
I'm done.
Does him singing it, because I don't listen to a lot of Bob Dylan, but him singing it sounds so different than what I've heard of Bob Dylan. Does that bother you at all?
No, I think he did a really good job.
So I just don't listen to Bob Dylan enough.
Yeah, like, well, I was showing my mom a trailer thing on the train yesterday, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Like, she's a Bob Dylan fan, and she was like, "Oh my god!" Like, I love that. They did such a good job. I've listened to like a lot of Bob Dylan, but I think he did really good. But he also added his own like little, like, he can't be perfect, but it's really good.
That's how I felt about Back to Black, the Amy Winehouse movie.
Oh yeah,
Marisa. I might have to change one of my favorite shows.
To what?
Have to, well, when we get there, I'll tell you.
Just say 4.
Oh, you're so right. Okay. Marisa Abella, I think that's how you say her name. I apologize if not. She did a fantastic job of Amy Winehouse, and she did her own voice for the songs, and she sounded like so close.
Yeah, he sounds really close, and he sang it all live too.
That's cool.
I love how everyone's singing things live these days. It makes it so much better.
I agree.
My first show is Love Island USA. Also Love Island Australia, because I just finished that, but Love Island... this show was just pure entertainment that kept me on my toes every single day. And love that. I just couldn't get enough of it. I loved Love Island. That was my entire summer. Like, loved that so much. I thought about it every single day. It's so good. And it's just, like, just raw reality TV. Just so good. And you cringe, you cry, you get angry. So good. And it's so funny, the people that go on these shows. And following them after on social media is just fantastic. I just, like, hope Love Island never ends.
Because now you have another celebrity. Actually, you probably have, like, 20 celebrities to follow.
Yeah, so many. And Australia was really good this season also, but it kind of makes me upset because all of the couples aren't broken up. The only thing that made me really mad about Australia was I found out later that they filmed it months ago, so it's not live. So all of the times that, like, we found that out, like, on the finale, but all the times that they, like, did, like, America Superfans voted and you guys are out, it wasn't actually true because it was filmed months ago. And also for the finale, they filmed all 3 of the couples winning.
Oh, that's how they do RuPaul, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like that either, because then it's not actually them celebrating. Like, I know they did that 3 times. And the couple that won isn't even T, because the couple that won, Mercedes and M, they were, like, the best couple in there, and they won because everyone loved them, and then they're broken up, and he has won 3 reality TV shows. F-Boy Island, Love Island, and something else, and he now has so much money just from winning these reality TV shows, but he's not actually there for love.
That's crazy. I don't like that.
Yeah, but that show's fantastic, so.
So you're like, I'll live.
Yeah, I'll live. It's pure entertainment.
Fine. My first TV show is Miss Agatha All Along.
Yes, I knew you were going to include her.
There's no shock. I love that show. I just started rewatching it again. That show is fantastic. You don't need to hear me blah, blah, blah.
Rewatching it again?
Yeah. Bitch, I love that show.
You've watched it like 13 times.
It's so fucking... That show is so good.
So good.
Like, and all the actors are amazing. I love everyone. That's my first show, yeah. That cast
8. 8. Down. Okay, my show number 2 is Hacks.
That's my show number 3!
Yay! I love how in sync we are.
Me too. I love Hacks so much.
Hacks is so good, and I'm so happy I started watching that. It made me It's actually one of the shows that made me like laugh by myself the most.
Right?
Because the actresses and actors are just so like actually funny in real life that it like their line delivery is just unreal.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's so funny. You finished season 3, obviously, right?
Yeah. Remember we
Okay,
reenacted everything?
you're so right. There is a snippet of a teaser for season 4. It's like not even 2 seconds long.
Oh, I watched it.
The continuation of that final scene, and it's them
Yes.
just walking down side by side together in the hallway. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited. I love Ava so much.
I love Ava. Also, fun hacks news. Paul W. Downs, who plays Jimmy, he is a guest judge on Drag Race this season. The new season that's coming out.
Kayla was a guest.
Yeah.
And
Hannah Einbinder was.
Oh, no way. Wait, what's Kayla's real name?
Meg Stalter.
The video you reposted of her like her
stand up.
Yeah, stand up. So funny.
I'm trying to get on a chair. I'm not doing physical comedy, you fucking asshole.
Wait, what's the show that Oh, Broad City. I started watching it yesterday.
I love Broad City.
I'm on episode 3.
That was Chris and I's COVID show.
Yeah, because I remember you said that, and I didn't know Paul was in it. But I love that show already,
that show is
and it's so good.
Funny. When they get to the season that was filmed during Trump's election, like, so 2016, I guess, it is hilarious. So fucking funny.
Wait, like, I fear that I, like, started watching in the middle of something. Wait.
Why?
I'm gonna check that real quick because I'm, like, at that, but I'm watching the...
I mean, you really don't have to watch it in order.
It's so funny. Oh my god, I love it so much.
That show, now I want to rewatch Broad City.
You should. It's also just a good show to, like, watch when you're, like, just
that
chilling.
Show cracks my shit up.
And then the next show I need to start is Veep.
Yes. Please.
Is that on your list?
No, because I think that's, like, one of my favorite shows of all time. I don't consider that 2024. Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah.
My next favorite show is The Diplomat.
Oh, yes.
On Netflix with Carrie Russell, Connection, Agatha All Along, the girl who played Alice Wu, the Protection Witch. She's in it, and she plays the head of the CIA for the US Embassy or something like that. So good. She is so fierce. I love...
Yeah, she's so good.
Alian, I love her so much. She's so good. Carrie Russell is so good. There's a plot twist at the end of season 1 and season 2, and the plot twist at the end of season 2 of The Diplomat is, like, gag worthy to the point where I watched it, and then I was watching it with my dad, so I was rewatching it. It was his first time watching it, and I was like, there's an insane plot twist at the end. He's like, okay. And then he's like, oh, was the plot twist this thing? Which was a big thing that happened. And I said, And then he kept trying to guess it because he likes to know the answers to things before they happen. Excuse me. And then the plot twist happened, and he was like, oh, shit. Because it was so massive for the story.
Yeah.
Oh, I think everybody needs to watch The Diplomat. It's so good. It's quite very funny. And Carrie Russell, eat your heart out. She's so good in it. So good.
Slay. That's
Slay.
Awesome. Yeah, you said that my parents watched that too. But
yeah.
That's so lit. My third and final show is... This is also, like, a favorite show of all time, but I, like, really finished watching it this year, so I'm gonna... Because the reason is that I started watching this show when I was, like, in high school on Netflix, but then they took it off Netflix, and I couldn't find it on any of the platforms that I subscribed to until I was abroad. It's How I Met Your Mother. I was on one of the last seasons when I watched it in high school, and then they took it off Netflix. But then when I was abroad, it was on Disney Plus. So, like, every time I was... Because we didn't really have homework abroad, so anytime I was, like, in my apartment, like, which was, like, 2 days a week, I would just watch How I Met Your Mother. Because, like, in other countries, it wasn't on Disney Plus, but in Italy, it was.
So weird.
So, I loved that show so much, and it's just so good, and everything about it. There's just so many good lines and so many good. Like, you also don't really have to watch that in order. I
How
mean,
I
you
Met Your
can, but
Mother's
like,
great.
it's so funny, and like everyone has been watching it recently, and it's my classic watch it while I eat show.
Love that. That's one of the shows that I was first introduced to, Neil Patrick Harris, and I was like, if he's gay, why is he playing straight?
He's like the straightest guy
I was
ever.
like, why? How does that work? He's not gay. Lo and behold. And then, okay, my fourth favorite show, / third, if we're doing that, is Industry on HBO Max.
What's that?
Oh my fucking god. It is a beautiful, fantastic show about, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's like a really, like, top tier level, it's a fake bank, but a top tier level bank in England, like on the same level as like Goldman Sachs and like shit like that, and they do trading and hedge funds and all this shit. And season 1, the storyline follows the one girl whose name I'm blanking on. She is an American, but this bank is really hard to work at, and she's super smart. So she gets there, and once she gets there, you realize she never graduated school. She faked her degree, and she faked something else. And the one guy who hired her finds that out once she gets to like her first day of work, and he's like, "I'm not going to say anything, so let's keep it going." Like the
It's
job.
low-key like Suits.
I've never seen Suits. It's like Succession in my head. Because it's just as inappropriate. It's British. It's such high stakes. I don't understand the words they're saying. But it's so much, it's so good. It's so much drama. And it is just like...
Yes.
It's literally, it's just betrayal after betrayal after... It's so good. But the girl who played Amy Winehouse, she's in the industry. Or in industry.
Oh, fire.
It's so good. I highly recommend everyone watch it as well.
I'll give that a watch.
Give it a watch.
So should we do podcast and then activities?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Or no. Should we end on podcast?
Oh, true. Yeah.
Right?
This is a podcast, I forgot. Okay. One of my favorite events / activities from 2024, number 1 actually would have to be riding camels in Morocco.
Oh my god, that's insane. That's crazy.
That was just an unreal moment, and also I like can't even like, that was just crazy that I even was able to do that. It was that was my favorite trip ever. I was literally living in a tent like in the Sahara Desert.
Yeah.
And I could have stayed in that tent for actually weeks because of how much fun I was having.
Jesus. That's cool.
Like, it was so awesome. The food was so... On the tour that we signed up for, the food, they were like, this is the best tour ever. The food sucks, but it doesn't matter. It's worth it. Like, we were barely fed. But it was so
They're
awesome.
saving money.
It did not matter. I was literally just like, eating bread and like Pringles. Like, I brought like a million... I can't eat Pringles anymore. But... And the food was bad. But it was so amazing, the tour. Like, we fully were sleeping in tents, but then we were like, let's go watch the stars. And we lay down next to the camels in the dark on the Sahara sand and saw shooting stars.
That's insane. That's an insane story.
And also, like, freaking Outer Banks was filmed there, so fantastic.
Which, again, like, why?
The pictures on my Instagram are literally where the crown that they were looking for in Outer Banks was. Like, all the scenes were in the thing I was in. Like,
that's crazy.
I was literally on top of the crown. I was where JJ died. Rip JJ. If you haven't seen that, so sorry, just spoiled it. But yeah, that was one of my best events.
Love that. Mine aren't as crazy as yours.
That's okay.
I was a little confused writing this category. My first was Romeo and Juliet. That was such a fun...
yes.
With Kira and Brooke and Chris, and we had a really nice dinner at this Italian place before.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Allora.
Isn't that from that dinner?
Okay. Oh my god, you're right, the waitress. I forgot about that. I'm like severely allergic to nuts, tree nuts, peanuts, legumes. Oh, okay. Could you write that down? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hey, stressing me out. But yeah, and then we saw Romeo and Juliet, and I saw the love of my life, Kid Connor, and it was fantastic. That show was amazing.
That feels like years ago that you went and saw
It
that.
really does. And it was
Blake
not
talks
that
a
long
lot.
ago.
No, yeah, it wasn't.
October.
Yeah, it seems like we've been filming this for years.
Oh, allora.
Yeah.
Arrivederci. That was my first favorite.
Love that.
Bingo.
My second favorite event of the year. I feel like I've like forgot a lot of things that happened.
Same.
So these, like, if I did, I mean, I don't really know. My second was seeing Noah Khan in Paris.
That's crazy.
That was just like the best ever because I also like flew to Paris, like knowing that I wanted to go to the concert because he was around Europe while I was there, and I was like, I have seen him so many times. I need to see him in Europe. Like, and he also just released Forever, so I knew it would be the first. Like, I would be able to hear Forever, my favorite song, in like live. And so I met up with. I was in the bathroom, in class, and then this girl comes up. She's like, "Are you Aaron Pearson's cousin?" And I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Oh my god, she sent me your Instagram. I know what you look like." Sorry, that sounded creepy, but she was like, "She sent me your Instagram, and we're in the same class. Like, she was friends with my cousin at UNC, but we ended up in the same class. And she's like, "I'm going to Paris this weekend," and I was like, "No way, me too." And then she was like, "I'm going to the Noah Khan concert," and I was like, "Oh my god,
Kismet.
I want to go so bad." And her friend got a concussion, so her friend couldn't go, so I went. And we ended up meeting in the bathroom, and then we met up and went to the Noah concert.
Did you go alone?
Yeah.
You flew to Paris alone?
No. I was already going to Paris.
Oh, okay.
The same weekend. And it ended up Noah was there while I was there. So I was like, I have to go. So the morning of the concert, I bought my ticket at brunch. And I was like, I'm literally going tonight. I don't care. And I met up with Avery, and now me and Avery hung out in New York this summer and just love her so much. And it was just the greatest little connection ever.
I love that.
And it was an amazing concert. Also, just like being in Paris, like fantastic.
The doctor told me COVID's on the plane, and I love her. Sorry, I don't know the words.
It's the season of the sticks, and I
saw your mom. She forgot that I existed. Anyway, my second favorite is Govball, specifically.
Yes.
Again with my girls, but Amaya was there this time. Amaya, Brooke, Kira, Chris. That whole weekend was just so much fun. But specifically seeing Ms. Chapel Roan and SZA.
Yes.
Like insane. Two people I didn't know I needed to see live, and thank God I did.
Yeah. Because imagine trying to go see Chapel now. The tickets are like...
Right? And going to see SZA now?
SZA's tickets are insane.
Like, if I tried hard enough, I could have been front row for both, but we didn't because of anxiety.
Yeah.
And I still got an insane show.
Well, it's also sometimes more fun to be in the back because you can dance.
Yeah. I vibed so hard at Chapel where we were. Took my shirt off. Also, a little side win from that trip is I really like Bud Light's black cherry seltzers.
I do too.
Kind of really good. Anyway, that was number 2.
My number 3 is starting our podcast.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to steal that one too. My number 3 is also doing our podcast.
Such a good event that we started, and 2024 is really a monumental year for us.
Yeah, I got laid off. We're joking, guys.
We're just kidding.
We're just yanking your car chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this podcast.
Me and Riley met in 2024.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a huge year for us. So 2024 is honestly in our hearts. And I have to say, I think it might have been my best year yet.
2024 is the year things started changing. Is there football on today?
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you know?
Because I just heard someone cheering in my house.
Yeah, it's the Eagles game, and I'm doing a family friend Santa bar crawl tonight.
Yeah, you are. Wait, what time does the game start?
6.
Oh, so what are they cheering at now?
Probably another game.
I hate football.
Wait, what time is the game? Because there's cheering downstairs in my house, too.
I need everybody to listen to me. I fucking hate football.
Wait. Oh, okay. Well, that really hurts my feelings.
You want a boiled peanut?
It is right now. The game is right now.
I hate
Oh
I
my
hate
god,
when people
I have
cheer.
to like go to the bar crawl soon.
Yeah.
Like at halftime.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Wait, no, I don't have to get ready or anything though, so it's like chill. Well, we have to do our podcast. This is such a good episode. I'm loving this wrapped.
Me too.
Podcast?
Yes, ma'am. Starts off.
Okay, my number one podcast of the year has to be Emergency Intercom. I love Drew and Enya so much. I've been falling asleep to this podcast every single night because I like low-key, I saw, like, I would watch a bunch of clips on TikTok, but I never really watched, like, the full episodes or anything.
Yeah.
Or, like, I would sometimes if Lily Souza, shout out, she's been listening to them for a long time, and she always talks about, like, the funniest episodes. They are so funny, and I just love them. And I've been falling asleep to them every night because there's so many episodes to watch because I have, like, a full year's worth of episodes.
Yeah.
And I just love them, and I love how they're just roommates, and they just are, like, so funny with each other.
That's how I felt.
They're just perfect.
That's how I felt with my first podcast, Trixie and Katya, Bald and the Beautiful.
Yes.
Bald and Beautiful. Because I started listening to it late, and then there's just so much for me to absorb. And they are just, like, rotten monsters. And I love it.
I know. Everyone's just so funny.
Crazy. I eat them up, and when they have guests on, I love them. They're so good. That's how I found out Bianca Del Rio, another famous drag queen, is friends with Judi Dench.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? I think it's Judi Dench.
I would be lying. I mean, I would be lying if I said I knew who that was.
Dame Judi Dench. I think it's Judi Dench. Or Helen Mirren. Who?
Oh, Judi Dench. I know her. See, you can't just say names to me. You have to say what they're in.
Sorry. She's like, I fucking can't find it. Yeah, Dame Judi Dench.
Is she still alive? She's 90 years old.
Yeah, but Bianca Del Rio is like this. I think she's from Palm Springs. Maybe I made that up. This American drag queen, and I think she was filming a movie.
Oh my god.
I think she was filming a movie in the UK, and Judi Dench was in it or something. And like Judi Dench, like Bianca spent Christmas at Judi Dench's house with her family.
What the hell?
In England, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Podcast number 2.
Yeah.
Brittany Broski. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
Did you not write hers down?
I didn't. I totally forgot, but I'm scratching one out and I'm adding that. 100%.
Wait, I want to hear your other one though, so keep it.
I will say, but yes, Broski Report.
Yeah, Broski Report, so good. I love it so much. It's just so creative, and she just is always awesome.
She is so awesome. She's so funny. She's so informed. I love her.
She's perfect.
She is fucking perfect, phenomenal. The other one that I was gonna push out for Broski Report is the comment section with the incredible Drew Follow. I fucking love her podcast. She's also another incredibly intelligent, funny, beautiful human being. And her podcast is just like, again, that's another one where I didn't listen to it at first. So now I've been like backstock listening to them. And they're just fucking great. And she's having Kiki Palmer, SZA, and Issa Rae on it soon. And they're 3 of my favorite women in the entire world. Favorite people in the entire world.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah.
I always think... So Insecure is like one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. It's Issa's show. Issa Rae's show. And it was based on a YouTube series Issa made called The Misadventures of a Young Black Girl or something like that. Issa Rae YouTuber. Oh, The Misadventures of Awkward Black Girl. And I would watch clips of that, but I watched Insecure first, so I would like go back and see it. And Insecure is one of the best shows in the entire world. Hands down. But almost all the villains, all the like characters who we don't like in the show are white people. Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, Issa Rae would hate me. She would hate my loud white guts. But I still love her. She's hilarious.
That's so funny.
I've seen everything she's done, and she's also like a boss bitch. Like her Hooray Media, her empire. I would love to work for you guys if you are hiring.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was my tangent. Where did I go from? Oh, comment section. Yes.
My third and final podcast is this past weekend, Theo Von. So is that bad?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, they say really offensive stuff, but
yeah.
But he's so funny, but he doesn't like. He is like, he'll be so serious when he's talking, but it's just so funny. Everything he says is funny. Like, him and Brittany Broski's podcast, when she went on his podcast, it was so good. And he's just like, he repeats himself. Like, he'll ask like the same question 20 times. Like, they'll go off on a really long tangent, and then he'll be like, so, yeah, what were we talking about? So, like, your childhood. And he'll ask her a question, and he'll, like, interrupt her and just start talking about his childhood. And it's so funny. And he just did the episode with Timothée Chalamet. It was, like, one of the best podcast episodes I've ever watched.
Really?
Like, Timmy being on his podcast and being, like, just, like, completely normal and, like, not, like, having to, like, be so professional in interviews and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. People have to know that Theo Von is, like, politically incorrect and whack for, like, celebrities to go on it.
Yes.
Unless they're Joe Rogan.
Yeah. And in, you know, the clip of Timothy and Brittany, like, outside?
Yeah.
That's when he came from the podcast, because he was wearing the same outfit. He came from Theo Von's. Yeah. And I love how Brittany Broski and Theo Von are friends now. That's so fun.
Crazy.
But he is, like, yes, he says, like, such offensive stuff, but I feel like you can't even really get mad at him, because I just think he, like, he's living in his own world. Like, he's actually
I don't think he knows what's going on.
No, he doesn't. But it's pure entertainment, and I'm just thinking, like, how are you thinking of those one-liners? Like, the episode I'm watching right now, it literally, it's like, he's talking about how at a Phillies game one time, like, this guy threw up on a guy and his daughter because they were, like, talking shit about the Phillies. And he goes,
they pulled
like,
trig?
Yeah, and he goes, that's a Cracker Barrel baptism.
That's really funny. That's really funny.
A Cracker Barrel baptism. Like, where are you getting that from? I don't understand how his brain works.
That is really
funny.
I like
that.
It's
actually so funny.
I could get behind Theo Von.
Yes, and another one he was talking about, this was just so funny. He's like they were talking about like death and how like he was like playing basketball as a kid, and this one kid like passed out on the court, and he said like a funny joke when he passed out because he thought he was like kidding, but then the kid actually died. And then the other guy that was a guest on the show was like, oh, like, you jinxed him, like, you said it, and then he died. And then he's like, guys, can you look up if I jinxed him? And he was like freaking out. He's so funny. I'm obsessed with him.
Yeah, maybe I should watch his podcast, because I definitely would get a kick out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there also has to be a few things nowadays where, like, we have to be, like, there's someone who has to be a little offensive.
That's what I'm saying. I think comedy is going back into, like, it's regressing a little bit, but in a acknowledging way, and I think that's funny. Sorry, sue me. Yeah. Like, I think Veep is hilarious, and Veep should not be shown to anyone under the age of 35. Mm-hmm. It's so inappropriate. There was a study, though, which this is another reason you need to watch Veep. There was a study of former White House employees that were asked, out of 3 shows, Veep, I think West Wing was one of them, and something else, another Washington, D.C. political show, which is most accurate to how the real White House and, like, U.S. government works. And it was a unanimous 100% Veep.
No way! That's cool.
That also makes it more fun to watch. But yeah, my last podcast is Las Culturistas with Bone Yang and Matt Rogers.
Yes. Oh my god, I've never watched it.
Fanny from Wicked. It is so great.
I need to watch it.
Because they are more in the pop culture zeitgeist than I am. This is the second time I've used that word. Pat on the back. And I just I learn from them. I listen to them. I do think not that anybody wants my take, Bowen, like, he doesn't, like, it's just sometimes listening to him on the podcast, it doesn't sound like he is backing himself enough, like, trusting himself or giving himself enough credit. And he's always like, no, don't say that, no. Shh. And I'm like, girl, you are Bowen Yang.
Yeah, I obsessed with him, too.
Like, appreciate yourself.
He's the best.
He is fantastic.
Did you watch SNL last night?
No, I need to.
It was so good. I stayed up and watched it.
I'll watch it. I'm going to watch it after this.
And I'm so happy I did because I don't think I've watched an episode live since, like, last year or something. And I watched this one live last night, and everyone on TikTok's like, it was one of the best episodes, like, in a while.
Oh, shit. Well, I love Martin Short. I mean, he's so funny.
Yeah, and they did the 5-year, have you seen, like, the clip of it?
Yeah, the five
and everyone came
Club.
back. It was so good. And they do the Christmas special where Colin and Che.
Oh, they do? Don't spoil it.
They do. You know where they give each other the jokes every Christmas?
The joke swap. Yeah.
Yeah. So funny.
I'll put that on now. I'm very excited.
Yeah, do it.
Well, Divas, is that our last podcast for 2024?
No.
You're right, no.
Thank you so much for tuning into episode 17, our 2024 Wrapped.
Love you, Paul.
Bye.
Bye, guys.